So all Bernie Sanders is talking about is the tax you already pay for Medicare that you have to wait till you're you have to wait till you're 65 for. Really, all he's talking about is raising that tax a little bit. That's all this man is talking about. Radical. Raise the tax you're already paying in Medicare for something you currently can't use unless you're 65. So I think this shows Elizabeth Warren isn't serious. And frankly, by how Elizabeth Warren is talking about this publicly, I'm looking forward to this debate because I think she's going to have a hard time explaining this. Here's just an example.
Senator, when you say you won't raise middle-class taxes, what is the income bracket that you use to define middle-class?
Here it's 100%. It doesn't raise taxes on anybody but billionaires. And you know what? The billionaires can afford it, and I don't call them middle class. So billionaire, that's where it worked.
Anyone under $1 billion, that worth?
That's right. It's not paying a penny more. That's exactly right.
Well, to me, that's very interesting because what Elizabeth Warren just did is call our current president. She just called our current president middle class because Donald Trump, besides the fact that Donald Trump has been money laundering through Russia and Saudi Arabia and other countries since the 1980s, maybe some of that would be shown in his taxes. That's why apparently he's willing to go all the way to the Supreme Court since an appeals court just rejected Trump and his cronies' efforts to stop his taxes from going forward. Now they're talking about going to the Supreme Court for this ridiculousness. Besides the fact that he wants to hide the illegal behavior he's been doing, which I've been saying that's Russiagate. That's the real Russiagate. He's been money laundering. Not that this idiot and his campaign was working with Russia to get himself elected. This ridiculous notion. He's been money laundering for years. If you live in New York, you know this. Everybody knows this. But apparently the media didn't want that to be the angle. I think the other thing in his taxes will show he's not a billionaire. And he's never been a billionaire. So according to Elizabeth Warren, Donald Trump is middle class. She's saying anyone under $1 billion is considered middle class. Here's another gem that really doesn't make any sense.
The people who work in private insurance and all the people even here in Des Moines who work in private health insurance, where do they go and work when private insurance is eliminated?
So if you've had a chance to read the plan, you'll see no one gets left behind. Some of the people currently working in health insurance will work in other parts of insurance, in life insurance, in auto insurance, in car insurance. Some will work for Medicaid. And there is a 5-year transition support for everyone. Because what this is about is how we strengthen America's middle class and how we make sure that in transitions, no one gets left behind. It's right there in the plan, and it's fully paid for.
What's amazing to me about this, I love that the media is never that concerned about like what's going to happen, to all these poor people or these people that live in Seattle or these other places. What's going to happen to them, being that rent is going up 70% because Amazon is an occupying force in Seattle, San Francisco, and these other places. What's going to happen for them and these displaced people who can't afford to live in these communities? I'm talking to you people in Seattle. I'm talking to you people in San Francisco. I'm talking to you people in Los Angeles, Chicago, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Milwaukee. I'm not saying every person that works in, pharmaceutical companies is terrible or any of this stuff. But what I am saying is, what is more important? The people working for these soul-sucking, murderous companies like for-profit healthcare insurance, worrying about what's going to happen to them, or worrying about all the people that are dying because of those people? Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the workers that, have to figure something out. But I'm more focused on all the people that are going to die because of the industries these people are in. So I don't care. The media only wants to focus on what's going to happen to these workers. Yeah, when you start caring about what's happening to poor people, poor black people, poor brown people, indigenous people, and now the poor white people who are formerly middle class but are being pushed out of these communities because of lack of rent control, which Elizabeth Warren is not for universal rent control, because of, Jeff Bezos and these occupying forces are allowed to do whatever the hell they want in the name of economic development. I don't want to hear about the plight of those working in the health insurance industry, okay? But putting that aside, Elizabeth Warren is just going to guarantee, oh yeah, those healthcare workers, we'll give them a job in auto insurance. They'll be fine. I mean, for somebody that's got a plan for everything, this all sounds like fairy tales to me. And I'm not one of these Hillary Clinton people who throws up her hands and says, it will not, healthcare will never come to pass, and Bernie's pie in the sky. I believe in people with a vision, but your vision has to be practical too. Your vision has to make sense. It is not realistic that Elizabeth Warren has a Harry Potter wand that is going to just magically cut the defense budget, accomplish immigration reform, magically move people from health insurance to auto insurance, all these things that require political will, also would require a massive political army and movement behind her, like a candidate we know already has. So, sorry, not buying it. Not buying it one bit. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statusquo.com where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statusquo.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.